What's going on, guys? It's Late Night Treasure Talk with Popo and Kojo. Lines are open tonight if anybody wants to call in. We're just talking general treasure and just bullshitting pretty much. I think I got my co-host on. Kojo, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much, man. I'm just I'm dialing in from Boca Raton tonight.
Boca Raton?
Yeah, Boca Raton, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about calling up to see if I can't get a $10 hooker delivered.
I heard that's pretty easy down there.
Is it? We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope she likes pizza. So what's going on tonight?
Your location, not much. Your location sounds pretty good. Are you going to be trying to get up on that beach when you get some spare time away from that convention?
I plan on getting out to that beach as soon as possible. I can't wait to see the ocean. It's been a long time for me.
That's sweet. It's like ocean gives you a whole new meaning with the detector, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the best that I've got to try lately is the little beaches around the Midwest, you know, at the lakes and that kind of thing. It's going to be a total different thing to me. So, but I'm very excited to see the actual ocean.
Now, I don't really know about the CTX and the saltwater. How does that react? Do you know about that?
It does have a saltwater beach setting, so we'll have to see. I'm kind of going to play it by ear here with it. Hopefully I can find a couple guys on the beach who maybe give me some pointers. But I don't know really how much time I'll have to tack out on the beach anyway. So, but hopefully the preset settings will do well for me.
Oh, we got a couple callers already. Hold on, I'm gonna bring someone in from Cincinnati. It looks like. Hold on 1 second. Who do we? You know what? I think that's you, actually. All right, we got two other callers though. Hold on 1 second. We got someone here. I'm gonna bring you in from 207. Hey, what's going on, man?
Is this Howard? Is this military? Yeah. I'm just messing with you. It's Madison, Maine.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Not too much. I'm just doing my Bill Ladd impersonation.
We've had some other people messing with us on here before. I wasn't quite sure who it was. How you doing tonight?
It's good to be on your show.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. How's the weather up there?
We got about a foot of snow, and it's cold, and we can't do any metal detecting. It sucks.
Oh, man. Now, I knew you were going to call in possibly. I was wondering, is Maine considered like a, I might be an idiot for asking you this, was Maine one of the colonies, one of the original colonies?
It was part of Massachusetts back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it became a state later on. on its own.
Sweet. So you really haven't been getting much detecting in, I'm sure, in the last month or so, have you?
No, I did get out once, and I posted a video on YouTube, and actually got a lot of views for some reason. My winter videos get more views than my summer videos for some reason.
Right. I figure that's probably because most of us aren't getting out, and everybody's trying to, you know, look for something. Now, what are you usually hunting up there? I know I've seen you hunting fields and stuff like that. Is that the normal spots that you try to hit up?
It's different. It depends on the season. Like when the snow goes in the spring, we hit the old foundations in the woods before the vegetation comes up. Then once the vegetation's in, we hit the schoolyards and what have you, the lawns. And then in the fall, when the crops come out, we hit the cornfields. And, you know, in the middle of summer, we'll do some water hunts and stuff like that.
Right. Now, I was going to ask you,
it's like they
ahead,
got a route
Jeff.
set
I'm
up. It's like they got a route set up. They know where to go and when, you know?
Yeah, sort of.
Who's on the line here?
This is Madison Maine from YouTube. He has a great channel. Give him a little shout out. He lives in Maine, and man, he finds a lot of good old stuff. Now, what's the usual? I mean, you're finding a lot of like seeded and stuff like that up there, aren't you?
A lot of what?
I said you're finding like seeded coins and like large cents and a lot of stuff like that up there, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I do find my share of Indians and large cents and stuff like that. And I found a few reals, you know, silver reals from back in the day.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Sweet. Now, I was going to ask you, do you, like where you live, do you need permits to detect?
No, not yet. Hopefully not in the near future.
Yeah.
You had Roadkill Jim on a couple weeks ago. A couple shows ago, I mean. And I just wanted to say that I'm a big fan of his channel. And he is the most interesting man in the world. That guy in the beer commercials just can't compete with him.
He is interesting for sure. You're right about that. Hey, Madison, how do you find time to dig with all that good seafood up there?
Oh, actually, being a Mainer, we don't eat all that much. We just, because it's available all the time. It's you don't eat it all the time.
You got to be kidding. I had the opportunity to visit Portland, Maine, some years ago with my wife, and we had the best night of our life at a piano bar where they served Italian food and seafood.
Oh, good. Maine's a good place to visit.
It certainly is. Yeah, how much of that Moxie Cola do you guys drink up there, really?
Oh, got to be a Mainer. If you're a true Mainer, you love Moxie, but it's got to be cold.
Okay.
I know a lot of people drink it, and they think it's like drinking tobacco juice or something else. I've heard a lot of names for it, but if you're a true Mainer, you love Moxie.
Oh, yes. Joe, do you got someone calling in?
I got a couple other people on here right now. I'm about to bring someone else in. We got from area code 678. Sorry if I'm giving out too much. That's how I'm going to have to reference you. How you doing tonight?
Well, I'm pretty good. This year's Target Shot 2, Andrew.
Oh, that's Andrew. I could tell just from your voice. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. That's what everybody says, though. So.
That's sweet. I saw that you got a new AT Pro from Santa Claus. How's that working out for you?
Oh, it's working, I guess. You know, considering I paid half for it, I gotta earn it back.
You gotta make some money off of it.
Yes, sir.
You're in Georgia, right?
Yeah, about the north part of Georgia.
You guys have been getting a little bit of bad weather too, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, Atlanta got the worst of it, but, you know, everything's been shut down here for the past 3 days. We didn't get out till about today. It's been safe, so, yeah, we got hit pretty good.
Yeah, we really feel for you up here in Maine.
Good boy. Yeah, I guess we weren't prepared, man, that's for sure.
No, I've seen the videos of the South, and yeah, I mean, I know you guys don't have as many salt trucks and, you know, all that kind of equipment to take care of it. It looks like people don't really know how to drive in those kind of conditions there, right?
Oh, well, I mean, if you don't sit there and fly it down an interstate and an icy road, you're going to crash, most definitely. It's just they don't take precaution, or they, you know, take over caution. They're too careful, and, you know, then they throw themselves under the guardrail or get stuck.
I just wanted to say real quick, I'm going to get the other callers in. Just stay on the line. I'm just going to get you in eventually. But, Andrew, I was going to ask you, you know, since you started detecting or whatever, you ever had any kind of problems with anybody, like, you know, trying to mess with you at like a park or somewhere like that, like either a person there or like somebody that worked there?
I've had people, like, wanting to know what I was doing, but considering I haven't been on too many private properties, I haven't had too much of an issue yet, anyway. But, I mean, so far so good. People are, you know, interested in what we're doing or want to know what we're doing. But other than that, I haven't had any, like, jerks or anything. Hopefully never will, though. But
Right. I just bring up that point because, yeah, I mean, mostly for me it's the same thing. Like, you know, 90% of the people that, you know, will come up to you, you know, they're kind of interested in what you're doing, asking what you're finding. But where we live, we have to have, actually, in the city of Cincinnati, we have to have a permit to metal detect in the parks. And,
good God.
yeah, and I had a confrontation with a park. Somebody who worked at the park was kind of hassling me one time, like asking me, you know, if I had a permit or whatnot, and I ended up getting one, you know, within like a couple of days later. But, you know, I didn't know if it was the same situation in other parts of the country or not.
No, we don't have that down here. So if you get a little garden trowel and you're making a hole for a flower, do you have to have a permit for that too?
Exactly.
To be perfectly fair, Joe, part of the reason I think that we have to have the permit in Cincinnati is kind of an unfortunate thing because of the clubs in Cincinnati. I think that they kind of, I kind of get the feeling like they wanted to monopolize and try to keep out, or at least make it realistic, so that, you know, that you'd have to go through a little bit of a hoop jumping to get into the parks. But, you know, we also got to understand, too, that the permits don't cost us anything. And while there's some stupid rules around them, you know, at least we can say that I've never had any problem.
Right. I understand that it doesn't cost anything, but the whole fact of they have to write your name on a sheet of paper, you know, to know that you are somebody that is out there, it's kind of messed up. But, well, all right, we're about halfway through already. I'm about to pull in area code 302. They've been on hold for a while. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? Tell me who I'm talking to, because I have no idea.
This is
Wally?
Popo Joe.
Okay. Which one? Kojo? That's me, bro. Kojo Jojo? What's happening, man? It's Wally. Hey, what's going on, bro? Long time no hear. Yeah, man. Now, who's the other guy on the line? Because I'm all new to this. I just kind of started floating back through the net tonight, looking at some stuff, and saw you guys are having this radio thing. Figured I'd call in. Well, the show,
So who else is there?
the show belongs to Popo Jojo 7 on
Gotcha.
YouTube.
And is that you?
And he's also Clad Dad.
Oh, you're saying.
On,
okay. So you're Clad Dad on the AWJ or
On
yeah,
Jim's
Essential
site.
Jim.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's cool. I checked out your videos before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Clad and I live in the same town, so we hunt together.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So how's it going, Wally?
It's going pretty good. Snow detected in this area, though. We got a little bit of snow. Nothing like what Madison, Maine was talking about, but, plenty of snow here, and it's been cold as balls, so can't get out there.
Hey, last I talked to you, you were real busy with work, and that you hadn't been getting out much, but I know that you had gone on a hunt over at a old historical house and found some cool stuff. Can you tell about that?
Oh, yeah. Which one are we talking about? Is Kojo asking me this, or? I swear you guys sound the same on the damn thing. Well, I got a couple of them up my sleeve here. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we've gotten that before from other people, I guess, because we live in Cincinnati. We sound the same.
That's probably true. I mean, you all sound like Johnny Fever to me.
Yeah, right. We are. We look like them, too.
Okay, but, I went to a pretty nice little site. I guess it was, I'm thinking around September, and a buddy of mine asked me over there. There's a historical town here in Delaware. It's called Odessa, which was, there's a lot going on there, pre-revolutionary, things like that. So, we came out pretty nice. It was a good day. We did 12 coppers in total. I only got 3. The guy with me was kicking my ass. I mean, he picked up a Woods Hibernia, Drake Bust. We got, no silver that day, but, man, he lit the coppers up. So that hunt over there has turned into some more places. Turns out when I was there, I ran into somebody I knew. He bought his grandfather's house a couple houses down, which is on the historic register in Odessa. And, I'm heading out there. They got a nice little bottle dump back there. There's tons of coins around there. I think both of these sites were completely virgin before we touched them. So, nothing
Excellent.
like touching that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those little, itchy girls, One little touch.
Awesome.
She's spitting coins out. Yeah, it's really nice. So what about you guys? Got no hunting going on, right?
Oh, please.
Well,
Joe.
The thing about it is we have been hunting in the snow the last few times, and it's just because we want to get out so bad. But I mean, it's rough hunting in the snow. I don't know if any of you guys know, but
it's ridiculous. I've tried it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. My neighbor came over a couple of days ago and knows that I go out detecting and asked me to come help him find his keys. Now keep in mind, his kid dropped it. His kid's about 9, so who the hell knows where he dropped it? He gave me a radius of a block. Then, to top it off, he said it's somewhere on the sidewalk. I looked at the sidewalk, and he'd run over the sidewalk with a snowblower. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I was out there forever trying to find this guy's keys. I never find them.
right. You know what? Somebody actually told me, Kojo, after you were talking about the snow piling up on your coil, somebody told me if you spray WD-40 on your coil before you go out, you won't have that problem.
Joe, I've heard this too, and you know where I think this goes back to? I think this goes back to people with snow blowers. I find this a lot too. When the snow gets stuck in the chute of the snowblower, people will say either shoot cooking spray or WD-40 or Armor All in it to get it go out better of the chute of the snowblower. And I think people are kind of running with that idea and taking that as a solution. I don't think it's a bad solution. It's worth a shot.
It can't hurt.
Right.
I was on a site on Facebook, one of the talk about your detecting stuff recently, and people are asking that about their diggers. I was like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tell you the truth, I don't really have the time to spray something on there. I'll just knock it off on the ground or whatever.
The only thing that I would say on this topic is I wouldn't use WD-40 or Silicrol, any of those petroleum-based things, because your coil on almost every detector is waterproof, but if you think about what petroleum ultimately will do to rubber and plastics,
It's
you
going
know,
to
it wears it. Yeah, it wears it down. So I'd honestly stick with the Armor All or Carnauba wax or even like PAM cooking spray.
Right.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's made from that's made for farming equipment as well. That's called slick plate, and it keeps from it'll keep grass from sticking to the blade, and also if it's for bigger machinery where you got wheat or corn or something like that, it keeps from getting caught up in the chutes. And it's a silicone base. Now I don't think that's going to affect the coil at all, but I just put a coil cover on mine. I guess I'm happy. I don't know. I'm not going back out in the snow, so it don't matter.
There you go. Joe, did you have another caller
All right,
calling in?
Yeah, I got another caller. I want to bring him in. They've been on hold for a minute. 843. Who we got on the line here?
Oh, I wasn't listening to the show. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Who we
Yes,
got?
one trip. Burr, burr.
Clan, dude, I got a couple questions for you, man. I got a two-part question. All right. So I'm taking this new guy out digging tomorrow, and we're going way out, like, there's nobody out there. So number one, I want to know how deep you normally bury your bodies, and number two, am I going to need a permit on that?
How does it do it quickly?
Who's gonna fill that one first?
Well,
I'm just, look, I don't want to, like, break the law that much, but I've got, this guy, and there's going to be a body, and I'm just curious, how deep do you bury your bodies?
What type of soil?
Hey, Jim, I think that depends a lot on
I'm
if
going
he's
to be
wearing a
going
belt buckle.
with the 11x9 tomorrow, I think.
Is the guy wearing a
this
belt
guy
buckle? Who is that?
And what department do I call for the permit on that?
It's the coroner's office.
Is that Jim?
That's Jim.
No, it's not Jim. Jim
No,
is
it's
not going
not.
to go out and bury any bodies tomorrow.
Well, don't tell anybody because I might.
Hey, kids.
the guy
I'm
that
gonna
you're
let you
bringing
go and
out
have
sounds
some
like
fun.
a douchebag.
Oh yeah, there's lots of douchebags on the show. You guys got that covered pretty good. Damn Cincinnati fools, talking about WD-40 and there ain't even titties involved.
Who's on the Who's
Am
the
I
other
wrong?
caller? Who is that caller?
Who's what caller?
You. Is that you, Jim?
Oh, duh.
Well,
You think buries the bodies out in the woods?
I couldn't
Madison,
hear half the
Maine.
stuff. That's not Madison, Maine. He was already on there.
All right, kiddies. You guys go have fun playing with your WD-40 with each other. I'm going to go and drink the rest of this beer, all right?
I'm not
call
using
the
WD-40.
in the morning on that permit.
Well, hey, take it easy
Jim, I
on
heard
that
you
guy.
wanted to come on the show with KY. Is that right?
What about KY?
Yeah, I heard KY would work pretty well.
Yeah, I heard you wanted to come on the show with KY.
Hey, I only use that for special occasions.
Well, you do have a dead person,
You know,
so you got
when-
something to do
when
before you
you're-
bury him.
Now look, I'm a big guy, like right, I'm 6 foot tall, and if the guy I cut the skin off is only like 5'10", I need a little KY to get in there.
Oh, gee.
I'm just saying, I mean, it's just common sense. You need a little lube because it's like it's a smaller skin suit.
Oh, you don't want to go in dry. You might get locked up like dogs. Somebody got to throw hot water on you to get you off. Who knows?
Okay, kiddies. I will talk to you guys later. Have fun.
All right.
Hey,
Thanks
what's
for
up,
calling
Jim?
in, Jim.
Jim must be more excited. We got to go to his house one day.
Where does he live at?
I think he lives in North Carolina.
South Carolina.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty close to me then.
Yeah,
Now, now I'm going to start from the top. From Madison, Maine. We only got about 5 minutes left, but I've dug up I dug up 2 syringes this year with needles on them, or not this year, but last year. What's the most dangerous thing you've dug up, Madison?
Oh, boy, I can't compete with that. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't
Some live ammunition, maybe, or?
Oh yes, all kinds of live ammunition. This is hunter's paradise up here in Maine.
Right. What about you, Andrew? You dug up anything particularly dangerous?
Either the time I dug up a razor blade or the time I dug up a Durex foil condom wrapper.
Right. That is dangerous.
Durex is always dangerous.
You know, that's kind of the disadvantage. That's why we have to wear gloves up here where we're digging, because seriously, it's like the best places, some of the best places around to dig are now like ghetto-ass areas, you know, around where we live.
Yeah,
so,
you won't find my blood in there, that's for sure. No, sir.
I know, but that's just like the situation, how it is here. Like the oldest parks, you know, in our district and the oldest places are now, you know, ghetto areas, and like it's just a fact. You got to wear some gloves, because I dug up 2 syringes with needles in them last year, and like that just got me hooked on gloves. What about you, Kojo?
A lot of diabetics in Cincinnati, aren't there?
Right, diabetics.
You think that's smack? Yeah. You know, I dig a ton of trash, dude, but the worst is when I go to the park and see a guy doing his old lady on a picnic table, man. That's that's the worst, and that's my best find. And what's funny is I was 50 feet away. I found a quarter, and I just
You should have threw it at him.
I sit there and pinpointed the damn quarter for like 5 minutes to say, I can see what you're doing. I don't care.
Right.
This is a testament to tell you guys, whenever you go to the park and have a picnic on the picnic tables, go to the dollar store first and buy a cover for the table. Say, buy a cheap $1 tablecloth, because you don't know what was on that table last. But I do.
Bird shit.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is, bird shit.
All right, guys, we're about to the last minute and 30 seconds. I just wanted to bring up one last thing before we end it. Have you guys seen Wild Matt's video about the return of the ring he had?
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. He was on the news there in Atlanta, and I don't know. I thought it was like a pretty good, you know, good reputation for metal detectors, how they put it in the video.
Well, we're good guys. Was it a ring or was it the bracelet?
Bracelet.
Yeah, it was the bracelet. He was like you know, it was like a hometown
There was a guy that was like a
kind
local
of guy.
football star, and yeah, okay, yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. Hey, Joe, you're running out of time here.
People
all right,
return
guys,
things all
we're
the
coming
time.
down to the last. I'm sorry, Madison. We're coming down to the last 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade this thing probably here in the next couple of days, so we can. I'm running on the free account right now, where I'm only getting a half an hour, but I'm probably gonna up it up to an hour if people are gonna call in. But I appreciate you guys calling in for sure. We got Target Shot, and we got Madison, Maine, just to give them a little shout out on YouTube if anyone's listening. But appreciate you guys calling in, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for having us.
Later.
See you later.